Why am I calling people drug dealers? Oh God, it wasn't recording. I need to do it again. All you underage girls, go home and stop hanging out with over 18 drug dealers. Are you a drug dealer?
Shut up,
Are you a drug dealer?
Shut up, not your business.
Are you sure you're not a drug dealer?
Shut up, man.
All right.
I'm a crackpot. I'm a crack dealer.
Dude, stand back a bit, dude. Come on.
Alright, so I'm stealing a bit of Charlie Beach's footage here because I'm watching his video. But I think with everything that's going on at the minute with the grooming gangs things, it's obviously highlighted again at the minute. I thought this was quite an interesting one. I mean, when was it made? A year ago. I'll try and get the exact date. 31st of August 2023. But this is how it happens. You know, so this is Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester. And, you know, it's young kids hanging around. And then, of course, the Asians and the Africans, like they often do, they hang around in these areas. I mean, Stockton-on-Tees, for example. I remember in the early days of photography, I was up there, you know, 6 years ago. And where the water fountains are in the town centre, for anyone who knows the town, you know, there's these Africans sitting around passing clear bags with white powder in them, shall we say, in broad daylight. But there's obviously kids around, and you know, this is how it happens. This is how these grooming gangs basically. I'm sick of having to put my language in code as well. And yeah, but I was just come across this video and this part of the video, and the next part, fair play to him. You know, I know he goes around picking on the homeless a bit, and people. Not everyone's his biggest fan and all that. I think his work's quite good, to be honest. He's well known across the country now. Not everybody likes him, but what he does next is really impressive, I think.
What?
If I see you outside the city, I'll rob you.
You're going to rob me if you see me outside the city?
Yeah,
you think? You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah,
You're going to rob me?
I'll rob you.
No, dude, I'm going to rob you of your dignity.
My mom's life, I'll rob you if you outside the city.
Outside the city?
Next to the police.
Anyway,
I'll
how would you like it if I went to your home country and spoke to the natives the way you're speaking to me?
About the country,
What is your home country for you to come here and speak to the natives like this? What country are you from?
Fuck off, not your business.
Oh, very friendly. I didn't understand what I'm saying. I asked him. No problem. You're right.
So I mean, fair play to him there. You know, for saying it as it is. You know, there's not, myself included. You know, maybe one day I'll get round to it, but there's enough people who just don't say anything to these people. There's enough people be walking past them kids, you know, knocking about them, you know, middle-aged men or 30-odd-year-old men, clearly shit stains as well, you know, obviously wearing the Adidas trackies and all that business. But they won't say anything, and he says it as it is. But the next part is quite interesting as well, with the how the police react to him.
Yeah, go on.
That's going to keep escalating.
Yeah.
Unless we move away.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to move.
They're not going to be rational, or I know.
But also at the same time,
yeah.
I'm not entirely comfortable with you saying things like, how would you like if I go to your country?
Why not?
Because, well, at that point, do you know what country he's from? You're making...
No, I'm asking him what country he's from. And as a police... Anyway, just so you know, I am recording. Just the audio.
I know, you always record.
I know. So just out of courtesy to you. But surely I can ask a gentleman who's acting in a rude manner, would you be happy if I went to your home country and spoke to the natives like that? That's a hypothetical, rhetorical question about the fact that he's here in England.
I'm just saying, you're going to start... There's going to be tensions that are going to be raised from that.
Absolutely.
It's aggravate them, and I know that's good for your YouTube.
Yeah.
But I don't want to start to deal with the consequences of that. Because
I know your role is to keep the peace, and so I understand. And you know, you're right. You got a point. But I just don't want you to think that I'm being a bigot or a racist or anything. Just for...
Has to be said about the police. You know, their role in society, shall we say. They're obviously there to keep the peace. You know, to keep the police keep the peace. They're there to basically stop any sort of disorder. And with that, basically, our hands are tied. So, what was originally a good idea to protect, say, the weak from the civil weaker people from very nasty, aggressive people. What was originally a good idea obviously has descended into a complete nightmare, because now these people Nova can come flooding in. We can't do anything. You go back 1,000 years ago, you know, the days of Robin Hood or King Richard the Lionheart, William the Conqueror, King Harold from the Anglo-Saxons, etc., etc. Men would have been fighting back against this, but now we have to sit here quietly, tolerate all these people flooding in. Obviously, all the raping gangs that are going on, and also you got the finances aspect of it all. People are trying to protect the pensions. People are trying to protect the homes. It's a pretty ballsy move to literally just do a Tyler Durden in Fight Club and just let go of everything, and go and live in the woods and make a stand against everything, because the system's been built this way. And the thing is, the more civilized and the more urbanized an area becomes, the harder even harder it becomes to fight back against it, because it becomes more and more complicated, more laws being passed, more policies, more it's like a big web. And to be fair, there is that meme in that the system's not broken, this is just how it was designed. I'll just play a bit more of this because it's good interaction.
Asking the man if he would be upset with going to, you know, I don't think that's racist in any way.
I'm not saying you're being racist. I'm saying there could be some sensitivity about the fact that, do you actually know that he's not born in this country?
By his accent, I can tell 100%. By his accent, I can tell 100%. I know, but no problem. But thank you anyway.
He's clearly not. He's clearly not from Northwest Europe anyway. He's very clearly from South Central Asia, and with that, you know, he's got Charlie Veitch is spot on. You know, like they're so fucking arrogant. These people, they come flooding in, and think they can behave how they want to behave. Not all of them, obviously. There's plenty of them play the game, but I think the vast majority know that it's just a ticking. It's literally just a way of waiting now. It's a waiting game until their birth rates, etc. They know the native population can't do anything about it. You can vote for reform, maybe something will change, but at the minute, you know, if it carries on, we've got 4.5 more years of Labour, and that is going to get extremely difficult to combat in 4.5 years' time. You know, if more and more of these sort of people coming in, because there's plenty of bad people coming in, there'll be a few good people coming in. But yeah, I just thought it was a pretty interesting, you know, moment from the video. Sorry to steal your video footage if you come across this Charlie Veitch, but you know, I just had to have a bit of a ramble about it, and good on you for what you said and what you did. You know, because this, like I said at the beginning, more than anything, it kind of just highlights how these sort of grooming gangs, you know, find people, how to locate people. It's an easy way to go about it, really, isn't it?